Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, Episode 8. Do you take one another? So before we get on right into it, I just want to wish everybody, I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday week. I hope you guys ate a lot of food and enjoyed it with family and friends. I know I did. So happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody. Now it's time for the Christmas season. So I'm excited for all that. So we're going to get right onto this episode. This episode was a little bit better. I can finally get a read on a couple of things and talk about a few things. First couple I want to talk is Gina and Jasmine. So Gina and Jasmine, last week we left off with Jasmine talking to one of Gina's family members, and the family member revealed that Gina had a bachelor party before Jasmine came to America. Well, what Jasmine didn't know was that, and the fact that Gina went to a strip club. Now, Jasmine, of course, you know how she is. She's all irritated and frustrated. She was like, I'm ready to confront Gina. So in this episode, luckily they only had one scene. So she comes back to the house and then literally confronts Gina. She's like, what did you do the night before I came to America? Gina was like, I didn't go out that night, did I? And then Jasmine was like, what about with your family and stuff? And he was like, oh, yeah, we had a bachelor party. That's pretty common here in America, in my culture. And she was like, okay, stupid reason, but you went to a strip club. He was like, yeah, but I didn't touch none of the strippers. No one gave me a dance. And then they showed a video of like him like touching the strippers behind and stuff and everything. So Jasmine is all pedo, like she always gets. She's like, I always have to. She made a good point. She said, I'm always finding something about you from other people, and then and when I confront you about it, you play it off like it's nothing, and like I shouldn't get mad about it. Do I think Jasmine overreacts? Yes, but Gina does. But Gina does be heightened stuff like that, because she asked him, I was like, when were you going to tell me this? And he was like, I wasn't going to tell you unless you asked. And she was just like, if I wouldn't have found out, I wouldn't have asked, so I wouldn't have known. Gino, come on now. And then they go into their dramaticness. Jasmine like, I don't want to marry you, Gino. And Gino's like, I don't want to marry you too if you keep acting like this. And that's basically where they left off. So yeah, I do think that Gina does like hide stuff like that all the time. And you know how Jasmine is. She's really nosy. She's gonna find out everything. So like if you really want to marry Jasmine, I suggest you come clean with every little thing you've done, because she's going to find out, and the more she finds out, the more she's going to have resentment towards you, Gina. Just say. So yeah, that was Gina and Jasmine. Next couple I want to talk is Nicole and Justin. So Nikki and Justin, this was actually the best scene that they had all season. So in this episode, we got to meet Justin's mother. And, Nicole was trying to put on, her act on acceptance and everything. And so they get to the mother's house and everything, meet and greet and everything, have dinner with the family and stuff. And, Justin's mom, pulls out some old pictures. And they found a really old picture of Nicole, Justin, and the mother. And Nikki had gotten really emotional with that. She started crying. She was like, oh my God, you kept this for so long. I'm glad you didn't rip it up and everything. So it was a sweet moment. So they started talking about what happened in the past and everything. Like the mom said she never forgets anything, because their first breakup 20 years ago was pretty brutal. And then finding out she was trans and all that. Now, Nicole and Justin's mom and Justin went to go talk about it, and privately, and said the past is the past, but I am worried that this could happen again, basically. And Nicole reassured the mother that you have nothing to worry about with her son and everything. So Nicole asked, what about me being trans? And the mom said basically, like, like the past is the past, and whatever pathway people go, it's their choice and everything. So all in all, it just led to a beautiful moment. And Nicole asked him, "Do we have your blessings to get married?" And she said yes. So kudos to that. Finally a good scene from Nikki and Justin. Finally, I've been waiting all season for it. That was the best moment of the season for Nikki and Justin. So kudos to them. So that was them. Next couple I want to talk is Nick and Devin. So Nick and Devin, this time are arriving to America. They arrived in Memphis. Nick is like his first time being here. Like, we were picked up by Devin's parents, and he was just ready to get out of the area because Devin's parents done scared him already and said that this area is not a good area. He's like, "Oh, we should leave then." So, but they arrived in America to start their 90 days. That was basically it for them. Nick had said that he is the only Asian Korean person around, so he's kind of nervous about that. I'm curious to see how that's going to play a part in the future with them. But no big deal with them. Good couple so far. So yeah, that was Nick and Devin. Next couple I'm going to talk is Clayton and Annalie. So Clayton and Annalie, they actually had a lot of scenes in this episode. Clayton and Annalie. So last week we seen Clayton's sister kind of like talk down to Annalie and stuff, and she was upset about that. So in this episode, we seen Clayton get a pool and bring a pool inside the house. This like little kid pool and stuff. I'm like, what's the pool for? And I thought he was gonna let Annalie play in the pool for a second, but no. He brought the pool inside and filled it up with water so he can bathe his little guinea pigs. I'm just like, weird, but okay. And same thing with Annalie. She was like, weird, but okay. So he does that. Annalie decides to go get on a video chat with her mom. Now we all know that Annalie's father don't know nothing about Clayton, but the mom knows. So she video chats with her mom, and she's in tears. The mom says, "How you doing?" And she's like, "I'm doing good. Other than this place being a little cramped, being a little crampy and everything, and not having much privacy, I'm doing okay." I don't like the fact that he has all these guinea pigs that he says that he's allergic to, basically. So there's that. And Annalie told her mother what happened with the sister, and then the mom started crying because the mom apparently isn't doing well, is battling some health problems. And Annalie was really offended on how the sister reacted, and asked those questions like, "Are you here for a visa?" and all that stuff. And so, like, she wanted to make it clear that I'm here for the right reasons. I left everything in Peru to be with Clayton and everything. And my mom is ill and stuff, so I have no ill will here. So later, Clayton and Annalie go on a trip, and they reunite with the sister. And they go to this, like, old childhood, like, barn area. And they reunite with the sister. The sister apologizes and everything. And Annalie explained to the sister why she's really here and what's going on with her mother and everything. And she gave her a hug and everything. And that was that. Later, Clayton took Annalie to they went away for a weekend to get like a hotel and stuff, just to get away from the crampiness of the house and stuff. And Clayton brought out some candles and everything. He said he's missing the intimacy in their relationship. He said that they've been intimate so much in Peru, but none since she's been in America. And he was like, "I definitely don't want to force a girl to be intimate, but it is kind of mixed signals when we did it so much in Peru. But I'm wondering what's the difference now." Well, Clayton, I think the difference now is not besides the not having enough space in your apartment. I think it's now because she's on TV. And she knows how this TLC can be. She knows how disgusting and trifling TLC producers can make things to be more than what they really are. And she doesn't want to get a bad look. So I'm thinking that is why she is not wanting to be intimate, like at least while filming. Maybe they're intimate like when they're not filming and stuff, but while filming, like she does not want to be intimate. And I don't blame her because I know how TLC is. So you ain't gonna put my naked body on TV. No way. No way in the world. So they had like a little romantic night together and let that be that. So I'm really pulling for Clayton and Annalie. So far, like they're my favorite couple. Them and Nick and Devin are my favorite couple so far. So I'm pulling for them. Next couple I'm going to talk is Rob and Sophie. So Rob and Sophie now. Sophie has been left because she caught Rob's phone with those inappropriate videos and stuff. This episode, she finally gives Rob another chance. Rob surprises her and says, get your clothes on. I got a surprise for you at the beach. He takes her to a beach and they go into a beach house and everything and they look around and they spend some time of it. She's intrigued because there's a bathroom inside there and everything. And she's like, I shouldn't be turned on because it is a bathroom, but for Rob, this is like really big and everything. And then they had a conversation about everything. She was like, it's not like you cheated on me or anything, but if that behavior continues to happen, though, I will leave for good and everything. And Rob kept on saying how sorry he was. And she's like, you can't forget how things happen. You're showing me all these romantic gestures now, which is unusual for you. You're not really good at it, but I give you props on how you're basically like trying and being more romantic and trying to make this work and everything. And he was like, I will never mess up again. Well, later we seen Sophie talk to her mother on video chat. Her mother said like, this is like insanity. 1 minute she's like, I'm giving Rob another chance. He didn't do this. The next day she's like, oh, Rob did this. I can't believe he did that and stuff. And the mom is basically over it. And Sophie revealed something pretty interesting. She, one time, her and Rob were in a taxi and she didn't feel safe or something. And they both put on their locations and stuff. Well, Rob forgot to turn off his location and Sophie didn't remind him, but she just kept it on for the heck of it. And as using that handy, she told her mom that I've been tracking his location. He's been home all the time now. And he doesn't know I've been tracking his location. I was just like, oh, here we go with that. Here we go with that. There's just a lot of dishonesty, a lot of like deceiving going on, like secretness going on in that relationship, and that is not healthy. So luckily he's been home, but still, it's still the principle of the fact of the matter with that, So we'll see how that plays out. Judging by the previews of next week, it looks like Sophie is going to tell Rob that she's bisexual, so I'm curious to see how that goes. So yeah, that was Rob and Sophie. And the last couple I'm going to talk is Ashley and Manuel. Now, the last couple of weeks I've been saying with Ashley and Manuel that I cannot get a read on them. Well, I finally got a read on them this episode. And we have a thing now. There's a thing now called Coffeegate. Coffeegate is the fact that Ashley has to run some errands and she's going to be gone all day and she's deciding to take Manuel with her. She says she wants to stop to get coffee. Manuel says, we got plenty of coffee here. So she's like, okay, well, I'm going to get a couple. And he's like, why do you have to drink so much coffee? 2 or 3 cups and everything. And then Ashley just starts screaming at him. It's just like, get in the car, basically. Like, I want to drink coffee. I want to drink coffee, dang it, and everything. And then they get in the car, like she's trying to get settled in the car. She asks him to hold it. He was like, I don't want to hold your freaking coffee and everything. And she was like, just hold it and stuff. So they start driving and she's drinking her coffee. And now remember the very first episode with Ashley, when she was on her way to the airport, she had that meltdown in the car. So Ashley's driving kind of scares me a little. So Manuel was like, "Man, you got one hand on the wheel, one hand of coffee." Like he kind of not doesn't feel safe, and I don't blame him after what I seen in the very first episode, basically. So Manuel and Ashley, they fight over that. Ashley, now this was so childish. This was so petty that Ashley did. She calls her sister, and like in the car, put on speaker while Manuel's in the front seat, and starts complaining about Manuel in front of his face and everything. He could understand some, but not much, which is completely rude, completely disrespectful. Like you're complaining to your sister right in front of him on how he's treating you, how you're feeling, yada yada yada. I've been through that before. It's not a good feeling. It's really petty. It's really immature. Like it wasn't cool for her to do that. So later they go to this store. It looked like a candle. They met up with the sister and somebody else and a friend or whatever they were, and they sampled some like candles and some like perfumes stuff. I don't know what they were sampling and stuff, and they had a conversation about like Manuel's secret past. Well, we know Manuel has kids, and he revealed in this episode that the kid's mom is not always there and everything, and so like he needs to send money to them to help them and stuff. Well, he made a plan to send like 300. He wants to send $300 a month to his family. Fair enough, but we're feeling like Ashley shouldn't be involved and that he should do that on his own. And we feel like that Manuel should have had like this all figured out before he came to America, basically. So they're talking about that, and like Manuel, Ashley is trying to translate to her siblings on what Manuel's trying to say and everything, and Manuel got frustrated because of he feels like Ashley has a cat and a dog, and he feels like she's treating them better than she treats him. I'm sorry, guys. She feels like that Emmanuel feels that Ashley is treating the dog and the cat better than any human being, and he said that she's getting mad over $300, but she spends $150 at the vet and stuff. Well, there's no comparison when it comes to that because when you have a pet, when they get sick, they need to feel better too. You can't just leave them alone. like you have to go to the vet. You can't just let them starve and stuff, and everything. But Manuel was just like he just like flipped out. He just got up from the table and just left because he was just like. He was just like, "You're nuts. Like, you spend $150 at the vet, but I can't send $300 to my family. Like, what is wrong with you?" Basically, and everything. Now, Ashley likes to yell at him and everything. Like, it's just been constant yelling. She likes to, like, she wants it all her way and stuff. So I see Manuel's frustration. Manuel just don't have like the capacity to like figure certain things out on his own, and that's where Ashley's frustration comes into play. But still, like, she is very rude to him. Like, I'm getting Danielle and Johan vibes from Ashley and Manuel, to be honest with you. I'm really getting their vibes a little bit because Ashley's starting to put herself way above him. She was like, I want to marry him, but am I in over my head and stuff and everything? Well, is he in over his head? Does he want to marry you, basically? So, I don't know. But this is like the first episode where I actually could get a good read and actually go into depth with them because it's just ridiculous. Like, I still stand corrected. Ashley, Manuel, Nicole and Justin, and Gina and Jasmine are just driving me insane when I do these recaps. Like, it's just constant arguing. Why can't you be like Nick and Devin or Clayton and Annalie and stuff? Rob and Sophie, you can have them for the drama, but like those three couples I'm over the arguing. I'm over it. I'm over it. So we'll see how it goes. And we still got to meet one more couple. We're going to meet Sam and Citra next week. So we have a new couple alert coming in, and next week we'll be sure to recap with them. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on tomorrow to recap The Other Way. It's the season finale of The Other Way coming up before the tell-all, so be on the lookout for that. So love you guys and have a great day.